Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be talking about defending tips and tricks in efootball 23 mobile. Defending can be a bit challenging in this game, but with the right techniques, you can shut down your opponents and improve your gameplay. So, let's get started. Tip number 1. Positioning. Positioning is key in defending. You need to position your players in such a way that they can cut off passing lanes and intercept the ball. One thing you can do is to keep your defenders in between the ball and your goal. This way, you can block any shots that your opponent takes and force them to make a mistake. To do this, you must press the matchup button, then close the pass angle with your joystick. In this example, my opponent retrieves the ball with Salah, and I know exactly that if he wants to continue advancing, he will have to pass the ball to his midfield here. So while keeping my finger on the matchup button, I come to cut off the passing lane, then I pass the ball to my striker to score the goal. Tips number 2. Don't move your defenders out of his position. Maintaining defensive shape is crucial for defense, let me explain. If you move your defender out of his position, for example too much forward, he will leave the gap behind that will allow the opponent to penetrate the open saps, which can be quite dangerous. Let's look at another example. When my midfielder receives the ball, the two opposing central defenders who are supposed to protect the back line immediately apply pressure on my ball carrier, which leaves a relatively open space to explore. And it becomes easier to score. Let's slow down this defensive sequence to see how not pulling a player out can be beneficial for you. The key is to focus on the behavior of the two defenders here. As you can see, I keep repositioning the defenders while pushing them back, which simply avoids giving careless space. Eventually, a decision must be made. Since Haaland made a bad touch, I can apply pressure and regain possession of the ball. Remember to not take your central midfielder or defender on the left side towards the right side, but instead switch to their teammate, who is designated to defend on the right side. By doing this, it will allow you to maintain your defensive shape and force the opponent to make mistakes. Tips number 3. Double pressing. With the double pressing, you can apply additional pressure on the opposing team. To do this, you need to push the pressure or matchup button upwards. When you press this button, a green arrow will appear below the player, which will automatically apply extra pressure to the player with the ball for you. Double pressing is useful when you want to apply extra pressure, especially in defense just before the penalty area. It is tempting to use it all the time, but do not do it. This allows you to quickly put players out of position, creating many dangerous spaces behind a defense. Instead, use this command to put pressure on the ball carrier and manually control your second player to cut off passing lanes. I recommend using double pressing more often near your own box, which will help you defend successfully. Tips number 4. Player switching. Player switching refers to the ability to change control from one player to another on your team while defending. This is an essential feature for any player who wants to effectively control their defensive play. To switch players, you just need to tap on the switch button here. It is also important to adjust a cursor change to manual in your settings. This will allow you to have complete control over your players. Let's see an example. When you see an obvious pass, make sure to switch to the nearest player to intercept the opposing attacker. It is important to master player switching as it allows you to anticipate and respond to the movements of the opposing team. By quickly switching between players, you can better position your defenders, mark attacking players, and intercept passes. This can make a significant difference in your defensive strategy and help you prevent goal. Tips number 5. Use dash and press button. The dash and press button is a defensive move that allows your player to quickly close the gap and press an opposing player who is attempting to dribble past or make a move past your player. When you press the dash and press button, your player will make a quick dash forward towards the opponent with the ball. If timed correctly, your player can intercept the ball or disrupt the opposing player's movement, forcing them to make a mistake or lose control of the ball. In this example, the opposing attacker receives the ball on the wings, and by holding down the dash and press button, I manage to catch up to him and regain possession of the ball. This move is particularly effective when used in combination with the contain button, which allows your player to maintain close proximity to the opposing player, making it more difficult for them to make a successful dribble or move. So there you have it, some tips and tricks to improve your defending in efootball 23 mobile. Remember, defending takes practice, so don't get discouraged if you don't get it right the first time. Keep practicing and soon enough, you'll be able to shut down your opponents and improve your gameplay. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks. Thanks for watching.
They could break here. Shot could be on. He's got away. He's got the shot away. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Fiddles it through. Messi gets into some space. Up to meet it. And he's found the net. Rival. Reception is positioning was spot on. Bruno Fernandes. Good spot, he's seen the run.